Okay, hello. This is the Masonry Marketing Crew, and I wanted to shoot this quick case study for you for a client that we've been working with out in Chicago. They are a group of masons. They do a lot of tuck pointing, chimney rebuilds. They do lintel work. They pretty much will do anything with brick or stone. And so we've been working with them for a short period of time. And again, just wanted to show you the results that we've been able to achieve over this short period of time. Chicago is a very large city. It's a very competitive space when it comes to any kind of masonry work, chimney rebuilds, things like that. And so it's definitely a competitive space, but here are the things that we've done that have worked really, really well. Okay, so first of all, we've got the phone number prominently placed on the upper right-hand corner. Even on a mobile phone, very easy to dial and to spot, so that you can just click it and automatically it's going to start to dial. We've created our title, the title tags up here really well, and then the header tags up here to be keyword rich. We've included a button where they can call as well, and that's also click to dial enabled. And then directly to the right of that, we've got a form so that if anyone lands on the page and they're not able to make a phone call right at that time, well, we can still capture that lead and allow for them to send us a message so that they leave behind their name, their email address, their phone number, and then a message with the type of work that they need done. So that's worked really well. From a content standpoint, you've got to remember that Google is a content-based platform, and the more content that you can include on your web page, typically the better it's going to perform, right? The more keywords you're going to be found for in general, the better you're going to rank for those words. So the amount of content is important. It's something definitely to keep in mind. And in a competitive space like Chicago, where your other competitors have a decent amount of content, then that could be a differentiator between you and your competitor when you're being found on the search results page. So you can see that we talk a little bit about what Masons do, tuck pointing. We've got a call to action button there. Just our commitment to you with response times and, professionalism and things like that. We've got images that are all tagged properly with keyword-rich tags on them. We've got a services page, and obviously each one of those services goes to the corresponding service, and these are all images that are not stock images. They're real images, and that's definitely something that we want to incorporate on a web page. We want it to be authentic and not so stock-like, right? So we've got more content about chimney repairs, lintel replacements, brick restoration, things like that. And so you can see that it's it's a very descriptive page. Now, if I go to this tool called Ahrefs, it's a tool that really helps me understand and analyze a website, see where its traffic is coming from, how well those keywords are ranking, so on and so forth. And so if I type in this domain, which is associated with this client here, you can see, then here are the stats for this website. And in general, local companies don't really get that much traffic. But from experience, we can tell you that the more organic traffic you get, the more Google is going to trust you. Okay, the more they're going to trust you. And so you can see that this site gets almost 3,000 visitors every single month for masonry related type keywords, and they also rank for over 3,000 keywords as well, right? And so every time someone does a search for I'll give you an example. Every time someone does a search for a keyword that is related to masonry, well, that's another opportunity to capture that searcher as a potential client, right? So as an example, the keyword Chicago tuck pointing, they rank number 2 for it, okay? And they get 86 visitors organically. That's not even counting the map listing. That's organically. They get 86 visitors every single month. people who are doing a search for Chicago tuck pointing are definitely really, really good, solid prospects, okay? Bricklayer costs, we're positioned number 1 for that. We get about 66 visitors for that every single month. Lintel versus header, if someone's doing a search for a term such as that, I mean, they're trying to do some investigating to see exactly what they need, and it's very reasonable to expect that someone would rather just talk to someone versus reading a lot of content about the specific search term. So they get calls for that. Tuck pointing Chicago. There are other terms here, but again, these may not be terms that have the highest intent, but again, we're trying to also appease Google and build up the authority for our site so that when someone is doing a search online, specifically like on the maps or something like that, we can definitely be found for those keywords. So let me show you what I mean here. This is another tool that just helps me do searches on the web for It allows me to do a search based on any geographic location I may want to search for. So if I were in Chicago, let's say, and I wanted to do a search for specific terms in Los Angeles, well, this allows me to change the location of where I'm at so that I get Los Angeles-based search results, okay? So I use this tool for terms such as Masons near me, and you can see that it thinks here that I'm in Chicago. And you can see Chicago tuck pointing and masonry right here. They're number 2. Obviously, they're getting a good amount of call volume for that. Tuck pointing near me, again, number 1. Okay. You can see here Chicago. Tuck pointing Chicago again. And I believe for that term, we may actually be, let's see, a little bit further down the list. Okay, here we are. So we've got to work a little bit on that term. A masonry contractor, right? And so masonry contractor, we are number 3 for that term. Brick restoration near me, again, number 3. Okay. Chimney rebuild. Let's see where we're at for that. Okay, so we might have to work on this key term, but we are number 6 for that. So heading in the right direction on that. And then lintel replacement, which is another service that they focus on. We're number 2 for that. So all of these terms, obviously we want to dominate the entire search engine results page for all of our listings, for all of those key terms, okay? And so we really want to be found in the map section, and we also really want to be found, look at that, on the first page of the organic section, because again, the more listings we can have on the search results page, that's generally going to be a better, it's going to mean that we can be found more, right? And the way I like to think of this is like a Monopoly board. If you've ever played Monopoly, you know that the more real estate you own, in general, when you're playing Monopoly, the better you're going to perform, okay? And I kind of take the same approach, where I want to be found on the map section. I want to be found in this organic section, and then also, if need be, then we can run some Google paid ads, and that's another amazing way to supplement your listings, especially when you are not being found in this map section. Let's say you're really interested in an area that's maybe about 20 miles away from you, but your map listing doesn't really reach that far, and so running paid ads is a fantastic way to still capture that potential audience. So, just wanted to do this quick case study for you and show you the work that we've been able to get for this client. If you are interested in getting a what we call a strategy review session, then or we also call it an acceleration session, then feel free to go to our page masonrymarketer.com/schedule, and we can schedule something very similar for you as well, where we can go through your website, just kind of analyze your your online presence, make sure that you are capturing all of that potential traffic that is being searched for on the web, and better position your company to to get that business. So thanks again, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye.